What's happening, guys? Welcome to Vertical Football and welcome to 5 things we learn Manchester United versus Ipswich Town. Manchester United 3, Ipswich 2. And we're going to be talking about the 5 things that we learned in this match. And here with me today, I have the Manchester United fan, Shegun. Shegun, how is it with you today?
It's good to be here.
That's very nice. So let's jump right into it. And before we get into the 5 things, how did you feel watching the match playing against Ipswich?
I think considering the fixtures that we have in the Premier League, the remaining matches we have in the Premier League, I think when I analyzed it, I just saw that this was a very, very important match. This was a match that was a must win.
Yeah.
And because we are meeting the likes of Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, Man City, you know that
Just take the 3 points in that place where it's the best position for you to take it.
Exactly. Just take your 3 points. And I think it was not the ideal match in terms of there were some things that were good in the game.
Yeah.
But there's some things that we could have handled better or we could have approached better. But nevertheless, 3-2, so we take the win.
Yeah, so let's jump right into the 5 things you learn. Number one.
I think number one is I like the fact that what was first our weakness is now becoming our strength.
Okay.
The set piece. I felt that was one important point.
Weapon.
And I think I started noticing it particularly in the last game against Everton. I felt that likes of free kick corners were become more dangerous. So I feel a lot of work is going on there in the training session. And I think it's good to see when I think all the goals, I think they say almost all the goals came out from set piece. The first goal, then the second, and then the third. So it's nice to see. I think that's one area we can do better because sometimes if your team, we could see that in Arsenal. Sometimes if your team is not even playing good football, if you cannot even create open chances and clear-cut chances, but if you can make use of your set piece, you get your point. And I think Man United needs goals from anywhere. So I'm happy that what was our weakness before is now becoming our strength.
That's great. But my only bias that I have towards you weaponizing one part of your game is I hope Manchester United don't come into that space where they just want to stick to only playing set piece and not look for goals out of open play.
That we don't in the long run. We don't want to be doing that. But the reality is now the situation we are in now.
The situation requires
anything that comes, because this is not a team that can get penalties. We don't have that in our locker. At a point in Man United's career, in Man United history, we had situations where we had attackers that could force things in the box to cause penalty.
Martial, I think in Bruno's first season,
it's very, very rare. Exactly. The likes of Martial, even Ashley Young, then we used to just get penalties. But now our attackers are not even getting into the box to even do things in the box. When you check their hit map, there's no really work.
So much things done.
The reality is you can't get penalties. And when you're not getting to the box, clear-cut chances are going to be very difficult. So the only thing that helps us and takes us to the box 18 is corners, free kicks. So we take it like that.
That's good. So let's number two.
Number two, I think the red card situation. It was a clear red card. Even when I was watching it, I felt that this is a guy that made a miscommunication error between him and Onana. And I think when it became 2-1, the guy was getting to the game, was inverting at certain moments, doing some very good things, and you felt, okay, let's see how this guy progresses from having made that mistake. Let's see how he progresses. I was even planning that if I watch him and see the way he progresses in the game, I could praise him and say, I like the fact that even though he was among people that were culpable for the first goal, but he held his own to the end, but not knowing that it was going to be a rash tackle from him on Mario Hutchinson and a red card. But nevertheless, welcome to Premier League. Welcome to top football. You have to be more decent, more composed in your tackles so that you don't repeat this kind of thing.
Yeah, so aside the red card for Patrick Dogu, you really like what you see in Patrick Dogu?
No, I've always liked what I've seen in him. I just feel that he's a player that still has more to learn. He's a player that but there's that raw talent there. And it fits well into the system.
And I think what I like the most about him is his versatility.
Exactly.
Like you find him everywhere.
Exactly. So he has that versatility. He can play as a wing back. He can invert at certain moments. He can play a high flying wing back. So he has that. He's a system player, and the system fits him well. So he's someone that can really. I know we had a comment on, I think, one of our videos where one of the, I think it was on TikTok or YouTube, where someone was saying that it took him just 2 games or 3 games to slot in the system. Why Dalot cannot slot in? I think that's one of the examples to show you that he understands the system. He understands what the manager would demand from him. Dalot, I'm not sure he has even played 3-4-3 in his entire career. So that's a different learning curve, especially in a season where it's really, really very poor. So I think, but I'm happy with so far. I just feel every young player, even Skelly for us now, also had situations like that. It comes. So just take like that.
So they just take it as it goes. So it goes. Number 3.
Number 3, I think I was not happy with the substitutions that Amorim made after the red card. I felt this is Manchester United, despite where when we're on the table, despite our current overall play. Whenever you have a red card like that, there are different options that you can take as a manager. But whatever option you take as a manager, you cannot exclude Alejandro Garnacho from whatever options you're going to take in that team. Garnacho, we know we've criticized Garnacho on this podcast, but the reality is, let me say, for example, one, if you are going to take out a player in that setup, why don't you take out one centre back? The match was 2-1 at that moment, and 2-1 at that moment, you are leading, but also you understand,
take out one and form a 4 at the back.
You can take out one, become a 4 at the back. And then play 4-3-2, 4-3-2, 2 attackers, 3 midfielders, 4 defenders, and try to finish the game by scoring more. That's one way of going through it. And that way of going through it is, if you still want to retain your 5 at the back in terms of 3 centre backs and 2 wing backs, then you need to understand that if you're going to be doing that formation, which he eventually did in this game, you are going to be playing a mid to low block. And if you're playing a mid to low block, in your transition, you need your attack to also be very effective, because this is a Manchester United team that can concede goals anyhow. And you can see also that not long after the substitution, Man United conceded goal to become 2-2, right? So you need players that can take you quickly from defense to attack, that can quickly turn defense to attack. And I don't think there's any Man United player currently, in terms of pace, in terms of intensity, in terms of runs, that's currently fit, that can give you that more than Garnacho. So you could see the mistake he made, Amorim, in the sense of, after doing that mistake of removing Garnacho, now at one point in time, you were playing a 5, you were playing a 5-3-1. You were playing a 5-3-1. You brought in Casemiro in for Højlund. You're playing a 5-3-1, and the person that is playing your 1 is Zexi. Zexi was literally tired. He could not even push through the ball. So imagine if Garnacho that was there. I think Garnacho can push the ball to some levels before the other midfielder catch up with him and create chances. So I felt it was a wrong decision from him. I felt, even though you want to be defensive, even though you want to play attacking football, whichever way you want to go it, I don't think you should ever substitute Garnacho.
So my own question now is, Garnacho was removed, even if we see it as a wrong substitution, but it worked. Are we going to put it on lock?
It didn't really work because
like getting the win should be that should be his end goal.
That should be the end goal. But you know, that decision was saved because of a set piece. If you look at Man United's pure attack after that substitution, there was nothing up front. Even the players that would, even the likes of Bruno Mazarawi, that would even push forward, when they reach forward, there's no spark. There's nothing there. So, and I think it's not what I understand the situation of the team. I understand where we are currently. But considering that even though we are here where we are now, considering where we want to go to, we should not be making such decisions. You should not be parking the balls, playing a 5-3-1 against an Ipswich team. It's not something that speaks well of us.
To the number 14.
And number 4, I think I want to praise the defenders in terms of the set piece. I think let me praise that, because it's been a long time. This is Maguire's first goal of the season. This is the lead's second goal of the season, and set piece. So I think the lead's first goal of the season came against Southampton, I think, if I remember clearly. So I'm happy that the defenders got a goal. I think because we are in a team right now that our attackers are not.
They are not showing up at all.
Our attackers are not delivering. I don't want to criticize anybody today, because last episode and other episode we'll be doing it. So they won. Let's try and praise them a little bit.
Give them the
So
glory.
but I think the defenders, at least we are happy that they gave us goals, because if your attacker cannot give you goals, because our attackers right now are nothing to write home about in terms of strikers. Zexi is still kind of better, even though there are still some
places where
it definitely can improve. But it was good to see our defenders give us goals.
So to the fifth thing and the last one.
To the fifth and the last, I think I want to praise Bruno Fernandes. I think so I know we'll be critical of Bruno Fernandes many times on the podcast, and even though I have my own strong opinions about him going forward, but I feel it's not easy, either based on genetics, either based on how you take care of your body. It's not easy to play 90 minute week in, week out, even midweek. You have to praise such a player. I think even if you're not the best kind of player, but we should respect the fact
that you have availability,
that you are available. And Bruno Fernandes is a player that also brings quality with that availability. So I think it's just nice. See the crosses, especially the cross to Maguire's goal. I want to just, because he has really been instrumental. And because of his availability and his application, because he's not a player that you can look and say he didn't run well this match. He's not that kind of player. You might question his decision making on the ball. You can question his temperament. You can question his composure, but you cannot question his application. That this guy is someone that gives everything. So and I think I want to just praise him, because truly in the past 2 games I have really seen what I want from a captain.
Whoa, that's very nice. I have a very soft spot for Bruno Fernandes, irrespective of how he plays or what he does on the field, being the bad side or something. But I think there's a very, very good player. Bruno
very good. I think me and Kwame were saying something about Bruno, that Bruno came in the wrong era for Manchester United, in the sense of, if this Bruno Fernandes was a player with the likes of Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, under Sir Alex Ferguson, I feel there are more aspects of his game
that would have
come out. Really, I feel even with his pure ability to score goals, free kick, corner,
and most especially find players, passes.
I feel it would have been better, but we are sorry you came in the wrong era.
Manchester United fans are very sorry to you, Bruno Fernandes. We all love you, even if I'm not a Manchester United fan. That's my aside Rashford leaving. Bruno Fernandes is my favorite Manchester United player for now. So thank you very much, Shegun, for joining us here. And thank you, guys. This is 5 things we learned. Manchester United 3, Ipswich 2. And you know what you do for us? You like, you share, and you subscribe if you have not done that before. And whatever you feel about what we have analyzed about this match, so just drop in the comment section, and we'll see you another time. Thank you.